Did you ever beat up on yourself for accepting somebody else's advice instead of listening to your inner guidance? Then you are just like me. I've done it a million times. In this video, you will learn that's okay too. It's a way source is calling you to what feels better and that you're back on track. Hello, I'm Andrea. I'm a mindset coach and manifestation expert. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to receive notifications each time I upload a new video. And if you like my videos, remember to share, like, and leave a comment. There is something profound about the process of learning to trust your inner guidance. The voice within you always gently nudging you toward what feels good, what feels easy, and what feels like relief. But if you are anything like me, there may be times when that voice seems to vanish. Times when you find yourself overwhelmed, stuck in despair, or simply unsure of the next step. And in those moments, it can feel like replacing your inner guidance with someone else's louder voice is the only way forward. And what I have learned is that's okay too. Okay, let's talk about this because this is a topic that can be easily misunderstood. And sometimes when we are in despair or hopelessness, listening to others doesn't mean that we're giving up our inner wisdom. It doesn't mean that you're weak. To stick with your own opinion, or that is wrong to accept guidance other than source. It's often the first step back to alignment. Here is why. Despair is heavy. It pulls you into a space where clarity feels impossible. And in that fog, it's hard to recognize your own inner guidance. But as Abraham Hicks explains this beautifully, your inner guidance is always calling you toward relief, and that path of least resistance might look like leaning on somebody else's words for a moment. What if Source is sending you a message through someone else, knowing that in your current state, you're more likely to hear it from an external voice than from within? That louder voice is well-timed advice, a comforting phrase from a friend. It's not a replacement for your guidance. It's an extension of it, a way for a source to reach out to you when you're ready to listen. So from my own experience, from that place of despair, often I was turning to the loudest person in the room, hoping that they had answers I couldn't find within. It was easy, almost too easy, to replace my inner guidance with theirs. And at the time, I didn't realize it, but looking back, I can see that even in those moments, I was following my path. So I know how quickly this can happen because I've experienced it myself. I don't think anyone did it more often than I did. I used to beat up on myself thinking it was a weakness. And from that place of despair, listening to someone else might be the most natural thing to do. And that's not wrong, it's relief. It's a step. The key is to recognize that their words were never meant to replace your guidance, and they were meant to point you back to it. Moving toward alignment step by step. So how do you start moving back toward your inner guidance? Acknowledge where you are. Despair doesn't last forever, but it's a part of the journey. When you're there, your inner guidance might feel like anger or frustration rather than peace, and that's okay. If anger is where relief begins for you, let it guide you. Feeling slight improvement in your emotions is following your guidance. Recognize your external help. If someone's words resonate with you, take it as a sign that you're already aligning with Source. That resonance means that you are ready to hear it, and hearing it means you're on the way to relief. Turn the focus inward. Once relief begins, start asking yourself questions. What feels good to me right now? What would bring me even a little more ease in this moment? Let these small questions guide you toward clarity. When you're in despair, it's easy to believe that you've lost your way. But here's the truth, Source is always calling you. Sometimes that call comes as an inner whisper, and other times is delivered through the voice of a friend, a mentor, or even a stranger. The important thing is this: you are willing to listen, and that willingness is everything. So if you find yourself leaning on someone else's guidance, know that it's a part of the process. Trust that Source is speaking to you in a way you can hear right now. And as you feel relief, you will find it easier to reconnect with your own inner guidance. And to you, my dear, have you ever noticed how advice from someone else can feel like a light moment, even when you're at your lowest? That's Source speaking to you in a way you're ready to receive. Let me know in the comments if you had an experience like that. It's always amazing to hear how guidance finds us in unexpected ways. And remember, no matter where you are on your journey, relief is always available. Whether it comes from within or through the words of another, it's all guiding you back to yourself. Your inner guidance isn't about perfection, it's about practice. It's about learning to trust yourself step by step, emotion by emotion. And even when you feel lost, you're never truly off course. Every moment and every choice is part of your alignment. Trust your inner guidance and trust the path you're on. It's leading you to everything you've been asking for. If this video resonated with you, check out the other videos I've made. They're all about helping you manifest in ways that feel easy and natural. So take your time, explore, and see what feels right for you. But before you leave, remember to give it a like and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Till next time, bye.